Hey folks, and welcome to this video. The idea of this video, I'm going to talk a little bit about how I organize a Canvas shell, mostly because I think it really speaks to how I like to organize a course and how I like to think about a course. And so I thought this introduction would help you give a sense of the way I like to organize things and hopefully help understand the expectations and what happens in a course. So you'll notice when you enter Canvas, and I'll show you in some of the slides here in a minute, you'll notice that I organize things. There are dates on things, but I really like to organize things by theme because I really want us to try and make connections to what's happening in the course. I want us to think about, you know, face-to-face week one, how that connects to online session number one. And how does that connect to what's happening in our final project or a project in a module? And so you'll see that that's how I organize it. And that gives you a bit of a sense of why I like to organize things the way that I do. So welcome here to our Canvas. I thought I'd start off by looking at the navigation on the left. And there are always a bunch of sections there that exist in Canvas, but I highlighted and read the ones that that I think are of important that I use. If you look at the announcement section, I'll try pretty much weekly to try to give out some announcements, what to think about for this upcoming week. I might have a video in there. I might have some extra resources. The assignments section is great. It allows you to see all the assignments that are due. We will have lots of discussions in Canvas, so the discussion section can help you organize that way. You can look at your grades. There's the syllabus section, which has a lot of important information. But honestly, I really recommend going to modules first when you enter the course, because you'll see how I organize everything. And I'll show you that in a little bit. The first thing that I want you to see, though, is that there's a module 0. And that's something that I always want you all to complete before we meet in a face-to-face setting, because it gives you the introduction that I'll give, which this video will live. I'll ask you to update your profile picture and talk about what that picture is and what that means to you. Do a little bit of a video introduction so you get used to doing videos in Canvas. I have a feedback partners quiz that asks you, are there people that you want to work with, or does it matter? What is the effective feedback for you? What does that look like? And then lastly, there's an annotating syllabus. And I really like this tool that we use in Canvas called Hypothesis, where you'll be able to go into the PDF and I'll have some questions for you to answer, so that we're not just reading through the syllabus in our first class, we're just answering questions. If you click on the syllabus link, this is roughly what my syllabi sections look like. You'll see at the top, there'll either be a Word PDF or a link to a Google Doc with the syllabus itself. Some of the ways you can reach me. If you have questions, there's an important section that I always add about receiving notifications in Canvas, just to make sure that you have your notifications on. So if I send an announcement, you get it in your email. And then at the bottom, kind of a course summary of all the assignments. You'll also see in the module section that I have a tech module that will talk about some of the tools that we'll be using and some videos or kind of resources on how to use them. So there's that annotating tool, Hypothesis, Zoom. We're going to do some blogging. We might use Flipgrid as a video tool in our class. And so those will be there for a resource. And as I mentioned at the beginning of the video, you'll see, so this is what a module might look like in your class. And you'll see there's a week-to-week kind of face-to-face thing where I'll give you readings and things to think about, materials. I'll upload my slides that we use in class or any other materials in that section. If there's an online discussion, it'll be there. You'll see at the bottom, there'll be assignments kind of organized chronologically so that you know when things are due. This is roughly what face-to-face sessions are going to look like as well. Often I'll do a little bit of a video just giving you my thoughts of what I'm hoping we're able to do in this session. Underneath that, I'll give you the readings that I want you to take a look at. They might be a link to a website. They might be a click to a PDF. I'll give you the class slides. Any of the materials you might need, you can find there in the face-to-face session. When I ask you to do discussions, it's going to be similarly organized, just so that it's as kind of plain and simple for you all as possible. I'll have, again, a video that I'll do that'll tell you my thoughts. I'll give you the readings. There might be some things for you to engage with. I like to add other things. There might be podcasts, activities to play with. And then I'll specifically say at the bottom, this is what I want you to do. This is what I want you to post to the discussion board. And then I'll give you the bullets. Assignments are pretty straightforward. They'll give you all the details, links to often exemplars, things along those lines. This is where you'll submit activities and assignments. And that really, I mean, I think that covers what it is that I want to get across when we think about how we engage in the course. And the biggest thing, though, is to just email me if you have questions, because I'll always clarify, and I'm usually good at getting back to you pretty quickly. And I'm excited to get to work with you. Thanks so much.